All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's Cryptic Crossword for Wednesday, the 27th of August. Oh dear, set by Paul on a Wednesday. Tough week. Anyway, let's have our cryptic clue of the day. Yesterday, tight-fisted clergyman receives message, promises to pay. Well, the answer was parsimonious. The message is an IM, instant message. It is received or goes inside a parson, and then promises to pay are IOUs to give us parsimonious. Well done to Mike. Today, horn is core, perhaps, for this animal, 10 letters. Horn is core, perhaps, for this animal, 10 letters, and the fifth is O. All right, let's see what Paul has. Oh my goodness, 15 letters across the top. It's a friendly grid. I do appreciate that. Joke about conservative in T. Blair ridiculously amusing thing. British system often breaking down. Well, that must be the definition at the end. Is British part of the definition? I mean, I think British Rail always had a reputation, but of course it's privatized now. I rode on SWR, Southwest Railways. British system often, the class system, Automobile Association. Now, so anyway, what's the wordplay? A joke could be a pun or a one. Yeah, good one. Going around a C, I think, for conservative. I think T. Blair ridiculously must be an anagram of T. Blair. And then amusing thing might be another joke at the end. Or could also be inside. I don't know. That's a tricky one. Be a great one to get, but yeah, 6-9. No, I don't see it. Demon bird breaking surface of perennial plant. Demon bird has 9 letters. Could it be an anagram of demon bird breaking? But then the definition would be surface. No, I think breaking breaking might mean going in between. And the surface of perennial might simply be the P and the L. And then it's just a plant. No, I don't see it. Okay, for 2, we have to see 6. Mark of literature, half read amid loud squawking of chicks. Well, that mark of literature seems very suspicious to me. I'm thinking it might be Mark Twain. Is there another more famous mark of literature? But then half read, maybe that's R-E. Amid loud. Ooh, loud can be forte. Squawking of chicks. Yeah, what am I supposed to do with Twain? And then maybe half of red. Shania Twain? No. Green carpet over river, 1 mile ahead. I wonder if it's a shade of green, perhaps? Carpet could be rug. Over river might be just an R. 1 I, mile M. I don't know what a head would be, so it could be a word for green followed by, green and carpet, followed by rim. to mean a head. Oh no, but a head can be each or per. Rimper. Green carpet, does that have a meaning? Moss, I suppose it could be a green or lawn. No, I don't see that. Touch what may be sharpened in prong. A tine? Don't get it. Apparent offenders ending in hellfire after others saved by God. Good Lord. The ending in hellfire might just be the letter E. After others. No, there's that mark of literature. Asses in that way, carrying king's daughter uphill. No. Cat flaps so. That's a great clue. I'm thinking we break after cat. It might be a type of cat. Flaps so. Is it? I don't think it's an anagram of flaps. No, that doesn't look likely. All right. Yeah, this is going to be a long one, I think. Butcher giving yours truly a butt end of ham in batter. Well, butcher could be telling us to butcher or anagram some letters. But what's there? Is it take a butcher's, take a look. Giving yours truly, well, that would be I or me. A butt. And then end of ham, I think, is an M. And maybe batter is the definition, but I mean, it could be a hyphenated word that means to butcher, to mess up. I don't get it though. Rubbish plant. No, lovely clue, a double definition, I suppose. To rubbish as a verb, to criticize or demean. And now, gosh, 3/8 of 16 down. Oh my goodness. 16 down is 9 letters. Yeah. Person encouraging Welshman to fill vacancy in Tony Pandy saw application. I've heard that strange name Tony Pandy. Was there a Lord Tony Pandy? So I think it is a town or an area. Person encouraging. That might be the definition. Welshman could be die, to fill vacancy. Maybe it goes inside of TY, vacancy in Tony Pandy. Saw can be a proverb. Application, could be a use. No, here's typical Paul. Lover with sensation in tool. I think we're probably going to have to put maybe one of the 5 senses inside a type of tool to get lover. Don't see it. No. A short riddle that seems very unlikely! Exclamation. Um, yes. So actually, I've very much helped here because we had this answer, was it yesterday or Monday? I can't remember, but as if something is very unlikely, A is A, and a riddle, something you use to sieve out items, or to riddle, yeah, the verb to sift. So that is shortened. And finally, I get a four-letter one. It does give me an F for that 16 down. Period dedicated to uncharitable banking institutions ending. Well, institutions ending sounds like wordplay for the letter N. I'm thinking then the definition is period. I'm thinking fortnight. Dedicated to might be for. Uncharitable. Oh, banking I think means going around. Ah, yes, if you're uncharitable, you are tight. And that banks or goes around the end of the word institution. So I have a little, I wouldn't even call it a foothold, a claw hold. All right. Stamp nothing on wood. I think nothing is going to be an O. And maybe do we put the O before a three-letter wood or after? Ash, oak, bay. No. Criminal speaking French, very successful student. Speaking French must be part of the wordplay. Is it parlay or something? Very successful student. I think it might be a type of criminal, like counterfeiter or murderer or something. Speaking French, very successful. Trey something. No. In the course of confab, one topic known to provide grievance. Oh, I'm thinking a grievance could be something like I have a bone to pick. Now, I think there are other similar phrases. In the course of confab. Oh, there we actually have one topic. Oh, it's a hidden clue. It's in the course of. It's right there. A, B. Yeah, all right. Thank goodness for a nice hidden clue. Get a move on. One leaving Waterloo. All right, I think we have to take away an I for one from something for Waterloo. Is it the ABBA song or the train station? And I think the definition will be get a move on. Oh, Waterloo, of course, the battle site. How does it feel now you've won the war? Run. I can't make run work. Ruin. No. Getting tired initially. Man with head on recliner, lying back. Well, we have an initial, I suppose, of tired, a T. Man with the head on recliner might be the R. and then lying back. Oh, maybe a word like recumbent. Or is it getting? Is that the definition? No. Pull, to keep secure in traction. Oh, I'm thinking maybe we put a word for secure inside a word for traction. And then that's going to give us a word for pull. Is it an ing word? Pull can be influence, sway. No. Case of passenger resilience came with travel when forced onto this. All right, I'm thinking the case of passenger might be the P and the R, the outer letters. And then a word for resilience, maybe? Came with travel when forced onto this. Yeah, I don't know what that is going to be. The 11-letter word ends in T. Onto this. Could it be a something, something? I was going to say flight, but that's only 6 letters. This could be an MENT word. Forced onto this. No. All right, let's finish the downs. Ginger root with cream. Ginger, something like carrot top, I'm thinking. I just can't make it work. I'm thinking root. We definitely have the letters of root. But with cream. Yeah, and I think I only heard carrot top in the US. I'm not sure if it's a British phrase. Ginger root. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just a charade. A root vegetable is a carrot, and the cream of the crop would be the top. That's it. All right. Chest hidden in London. Tree somewhere in that city. Oh, Park Lane, I want to say. Ah, yeah, I think it is the Ark of the Covenant is the chest, and the plane tree. Hidden in London tree. Ah, now why London tree? I don't get that. All right. Greek character after starter from Greece. Certainly not cold. Italian food. Oh, well, I think starter from Greece is a G. And then the Greek character. Oh, yeah, I'm thinking of gnocchi. I don't know how you. I'm so ignorant of food. I don't know how you pronounce it. But I'm thinking the Greek character is chai. Certainly not is no, and cold is C. Yeah, gnocchi, I think, is that it? All right. Wrinkly, I don trousers. Well, a wrinkly is a slang abusive term for an older person. I, yeah, is it a, I, oh, don trousers. Of course, trousers is a verb, so maybe a word for don trousers, and it's going to mean wrinkly. Don, a fellow, hard to wear, of course. Wrinkly, what's another word for wrinkly as an adjective? No, how about river has run drier? Of course, I'm not sure about that. P. Yeah, in fact, I'm thinking that's probably wrong. I'm thinking we're going to have maybe a four-letter river beginning with A and then R for run, and it's going to mean drier. Oh, arider. Oh, it might be drier as in not drinking alcohol. But I do think. So what's the river? Avon. No, I don't see that at all. Country shown in chart, a little weightless. Well, five-letter country maybe beginning with I, India. Ah, yes, it's shown in is in, and the chart is a diagram, and we remove a little weight, a gram. All right, definitely the bottom half, I think he took pity on us a little bit. Pull, I think, might be drawing. Ah, yeah, because I think traction might be drag, and to secure something would be to win it. Oh, that's very fiendish, I think. Anyway, we're getting quite a few letters for our 11-letter word. Oh, of course, I'm not sure about the E there, although I something E does seem possible. So how would a passenger or travel related forced onto this? Oh, rail something. Rail, yeah, not guess. In place. Oh, rail. Yeah, I've heard of this. I think it's a bit of a punchline in Britain that if there is a problem with the train, you have to get a bus, and that would be called the rail replacement service. Fortunately, I didn't have to do that on my train journey. This is looking like run, ran, get a move on. One leaving, Waterloo. I'm going to go with run, and we'll find out if it's right or not. All right, that was our getting tired initially. Man with head on recliner, lying back. Oh, getting might be receipt. I do like that. Oh, and I think I know what my river is now. Anyway, so I think the T is tired initially. Man with head on recliner, lying back. Oh, a man is from chess, a chess piece, and then the head letter from recliner. All right, I'm thinking there must be a river air, and I'm thinking a dryer like an airing. What did we call, well, in Ireland, of course, we love our hot press, but an airing cupboard, I suppose, could be an airer, and so I presume there's a river air. All right, wrinkly, I don trousers. Yeah, so there, I think, is the I, and then a word for don going around it. Wrinkly. Yeah, let me pause and run through the alphabet. All right, I did have to go to wordplays.com for this one. Yeah, it's very tricky, um, but it was a wrinkly as a slang term for an old person, and it's a senior. And the don is not a university don, it's a term of honor, I suppose, in Spain for a man, a senor. The senor dons the I, or the I don. Yeah, the don trousers the I. There we go. All right, so the bottom half is coming into place. Here's our criminal. Oh, I'm thinking a tress. Ah, very successful. Very, speaking French is very, or sorry, very is tray. And a successful student is a passer. And so it's a trespasser. All right, here's our stamp. Ah, I think it might be a stamp as in a brand. On the log, we have nothing, and that gives us a logo. All right, so our demon bird, I think maybe it is breaking the P and the L from perennial, and it's going to be a plant. Now, that could be a factory plant, but the demon might be an imp. I wonder if there's a flower called a pimpernel, like the scarlet pimpernel, and I think there is a seabird, the ern. Yeah, I'm fairly confident in that. All right, I'm wondering if we are going to have another train since we had the rail replacement service. Yeah, it might be some. Oh, public transport is 6-9. Let's see if I can make that work. Oh, we do have T. Blair with a C inside it, and that goes inside a pun. And an amusing thing, yeah, I think could be a sport. We had great sport, or she's a sport, I don't know. Anyway, somehow sport is an amusing thing. All right, let's try our, oh, that's part of 6 down. Ah, maybe it's not Mark Twain. Although it is going to be a mid, possibly loud squawking of chicks. Yeah, don't know what this is going to be still. Here's our green carpet over river 1 mile. Oh, 1 mile ahead might say put I am in front of everything. I wonder if it's a word for green, as in inexperienced, im something. I think we will have the R for river here, and we'll have a 5-letter carpet. Oh, we might have actually O for over. So then it's just a 4-letter carpet. Shag. Oh, there is that funny Scandinavian carpet we had before. Anyway, let me try and think of words for green in some meaning of the word. I actually got this by my short attention span. I was glancing over at the butcher and I thought, could you call a butcher a meat man? And that would give us a double M. And I thought, oh, if you're green, you're immature. So the mat is the carpet. I don't agree with that. And the river Ure. So we have 2 English rivers, I think, today. So yeah, I'm thinking yours truly, I was thinking, is me, then a, and then the end of the word but. Oh, no, I think it's the end of ham in batter. Oh, so batter is to tan. Yeah, to tan somebody's hide, to batter them. All right, touch what may be sharpened in prong. Tongs, maybe? Touch. What may be sharpened? A note can be sharpened. Is there another word for a prong? Yeah, tongs I think is too close to prong, but anyway, that's our apparent offenders ending in hellfire after others, saved by God. I mean, could it be apparent offenders? Like, is there a word? Well, yeah, I think you just say the accused. What's the plural? Or could it be accusees? No, I think that's still too short. But it could be some kind of word for, maybe just a parent. No, there's my mark of literature. What's that going to be? B-E-A, B-O-A, B-R-A, B-L-A, blather. And here's our asses. In that way. Oh, in that way might be so or thus. Carrying king's daughter uphill. Maybe it is that SO we have. Is it going to be uphill, reversed in a down clue? And it's going to carry king's daughter. And then it's going to mean asses. Is that foolish people? I mean, I'm thinking daughter is D. Is there maybe there's another word for donkeys? No, and then our cat flaps so. A cat can be Tom. No, don't see that at all. Oh, well, we have 16 down now as a fortnight. Oh, so what's 3/8 of 14 days? No, it must be three of the 8 letter. No, a fortnight is 9 letters. So, oh, maybe it's 3/8 of 16. Well, that would be 6. And then down D. Yeah, no idea what. Is it a word for gosh? Can't think of one. Eek? Ah, yeah, I'm wondering about fortnight is 2 weeks. And I think 2 weeks has 8 letters. And you have to then take 3 of the 8 letters of 2 weeks. That's the best I can do. We will check that at 15 squared, of course. Now that K should be useful for our squawking of chicks, our mark of literature, something breaker, blanket. No. Oh, here's our lover with sensation in tool. What would the tool then be beginning with N? Nail gun? Or maybe it's a lover followed by a word for sensation, which words could be something sensational. And then it's going to be a tool, something rocker, racket. Who's the lover? Yeah, I can't think of one. I think that's probably going to be an R or an N. Yeah, I may have to go back to word plays. Her defenders. Asses. There is at the back of my mind some word beginning with OD. Maybe I'm thinking of obdurate or some word like that. Yikes. And then cat flaps. So, nothing for my rubbish plant. Let me pause and think about my touch, what may be sharpened in prong. Well, I did say tine earlier. I'm wondering if it is tines, but touch what may be sharpened. No, let me go ahead and check that one. I've no idea what it's going to be. Tinny? Let's reveal it. Oh, a tinge, a touch. What may be sharpened in prong? Oh, I think it is maybe a note G. I find that a little unfair to have one note in particular as what may be sharpened. Yeah, so I was on the right lines with the tine, but yeah, I think that's a little not cricket in my opinion. Anyway, So this now person, either a person encouraging, or is it application? What's going to come between the T and the E? Another E, an H, an I, an R. Application. No. All right, I'm going to pause, think about this one, but I think I'm going to have to go to word plays in the end. All right, I went to word plays, and I think the tool is a nutcracker. So the mind boggles. Lover with sensation. I can see how maybe a cracker could be a sensation, but why is lover nut? Oh, yeah, I think as in a fanatic about something, if you love trains, you're a train nut. Yeah, I think that must be it. All right, I think then this must be something blanket. So not security blanket, mark of literature, half read, amid loud squawking of chicks. I have absolutely no idea about that one. And there's my person encouraging. All right, I'm going to pause and think about this one. Well, I was running again through the second letter and at the R, and I thought, oh, tree. And then I thought, oh, a tree surgeon is a person. But I then went back and thought again about Tony Pandy having a vacancy being T and Y, and thought of tree surgery. Again, I had no idea why that would be right. But of course, the definition is saw application. Well, you might use a saw if you're doing tree surgery. So the person encouraging, I think the Welshman is Reese, and a person encouraging is an urger or a Reese urger. Oh, that's amazing. And that fills in the vacancy in Tony Pandy for the T and the Y. Oh my goodness. All right, this is our cat. Oh, flaps. So I'm wondering about a tabby. Should have thought of a tabby, but flaps. So I don't know why that would be. I suppose flaps like on a cardboard box can be tabs. And tabs so flappy, flapso, tabby, I don't know. That's very strange. Rubbish plant. Oh, I don't like that ending in B. That doesn't seem very likely. Plant. Baobab. Parent offenders. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's something like STERS. What would the hellfire be? And then the saved by God. Oh, saved by, it could be inside a word for God, or maybe a specific God from mythology. I still don't know what my something blanket, assuming it is blanket, but I don't think it could be any. Oh, no, it could be actually, now that I think about it, a something bracket. Yeah, I think a bracket is more likely. But what is that? Is it a mark of literature half read amid loud squawking? Oh, that might be a racket. Something racket. All right, let me think of a phrase, something bracket, not age. Oh, salary. But I don't know what that would have to do with anything. Let's try it. No, let's reveal it. A square bracket. Oh, it's a mark as in punctuation. Literature, that must be part of the wordplay. Half read. Oh, amid loud squawking. Well, we have half of squawk. Oh, I think it might be a squab racket. Very tricky. You have to think of the word squab. And then inside squab racket, we put RE, half read. And that means literature is part of the definition. I definitely do not like that. All right, how about rhubarb? Ah, yes. Now, I'm not quite sure why it's rubbish. Famously, of course, extras in television and film productions in Britain, if they were not paid to speak, but they were expected to say rhubarb, rhubarb, rhubarb. um, but I think I do remember that people might use the term rhubarb as, instead of saying that's a load of rubbish, they might say rhubarb. Maybe it was to do with what you put on the rhubarb. Of course, that old joke, we put cow manure on our rhubarb, we put custard on ours. Anyway, so here's our asses. All right, so where are the daughters? King's daughter uphill. Asses in that way carrying kings. Rex. Is it a specific king's daughter? A princess? No. Thinking about Megan. There is King Lear's daughter, Regan. Onagers, that word seems familiar. Let me check that. Yes, so another very tricky one where you have to think of a particular king. All right, just this one left. I'm going to pause. Think what that letter is going to be. Yeah, so I think it is apparent offenders are those arrested, not accusees, but arrestees. Ending in hellfire is in, so I think that's that E. That comes after the others, the rest. And all of that is in the god Ares, A-R-E-S. Ares, I'm not sure how you pronounce his. Hey man, that was a very difficult one. Let's check all. I think everything else stayed there. All right, let's see what they're saying at 15 squared. The blog is by Lunapic, who has a long preamble. When it's my turn to blog and I see Paul in the byline, I worry I won't get it completed in time. Oh, I even managed to parse everything. Not sure of 4 down. Yeah, that was one of the many I wrote down. Rail replacement service, public transport. Yeah, they definitely helped. Rivers Air and Ure. And Eek took a while to parse. Oh, and receipt, yeah. All right, a sport is an amusing thing. And nonsense is rhubarb, all right. Yes, half of a fortnight is a week. So I think my 2 weeks might be more correct. We'll see if anyone says that in the comments. Yeah, so I think you have to think of the 2 weeks. Anyway, not as a lover, as an obsessive fan, of course. I think I got all the rest of the acrosses. And then the downs. G is a musical note, so what may be sharpened? Yeah, I did not like that one. And a mark of literature, square bracket. I don't like that definition. Mark of writing, I think might have been better anyway. Yeah, and you have to remember King Lear's daughters. Flaps are tabs, so they could be described as tabby. That is outrageous. Yeah, art chest hidden in. Yeah, London. I don't know. I think why not just say somewhere in London? I don't quite get that either. Yeah, so Justigator first comment also says 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks could just as easily be wow. Oh, yeah, that's a good point for miserable old hack. Yeah, I felt a few of the definitions were a little loose. He didn't want to make them too easy for us, of course, but it's a fine line. Anyway, not much more to say about that one, other than I got there in the end. Did have to reveal a couple. All right, thanks as always for watching, and have a great day.